I'm Ethan Sobel for UMassAthletics.com. Today we're visiting with senior member of the women's rowing team, Kathryn Kern. Now, Kathryn, last weekend your team went to the Atlantic 10 Championships where you took second place to the University of Rhode Island. Talk a little bit about your team's performance at that championship meet.
So A10s got changed around this year, so we were ranked pretty low, about 4th or 5th, because they decided that the points should only go to the first varsity 8, the second varsity 8, and the varsity 4. But what we ended up doing was winning a lot of the other races, as even the ones that didn't have points. So we even placed in the novice 8, the novice 4, even down to the varsity pair. We ended up getting gold in that too. So we really wanted to show everybody that we're still a team that's a really strong force. We weren't 4th or 5th. We did come in 2nd, and we still won a lot of the other races.
What have you guys been able to do that's helped you to be so consistent throughout the season?
Actually, the varsity 4 has been one of the most changing boats. Like, everybody's been moving in and out of it. I have been pretty much the only one that has been lucky enough to be in the 4 the entire season. And really, at the beginning of the season, we were really consistent in winning because we had a fast stroke rating. We were really high and fast. And the coach changed around the lineup for A10s, and we ended up being a little bit slower but more powerful. So that's how we ended up winning by, I think it was 13 seconds over URI. So we ended up being really strong. So it hasn't really been consistent with the people, but just in power and pressure and speed, it's been really consistent.
Now, talk a little bit about the upcoming meets that you have the rest of the season. You guys want to continue to stay consistent. How are you guys going to be able to do that? How are you going to work with your teammates as a senior to try and be competitive through the remaining weeks of the season?
I would say probably just getting used to it. We're still switching up boats. We're going to be moving into lightweight boats and open weight boats. So I think our best chance at winning is just going to be starting to get used to each other in the new lineups and just keeping strong, because we have the fitness levels. We just need to start working together. So.
And for the women's rowing team, what would you say is the next big meetup on the docket? There's only a few left, but what are you guys focusing on right now?
I think right now we're focusing on the U.S. Rowing Collegiate Championship, which is right on the last week of school. I think we have a few smaller races coming up. We have this weekend against Vermont and another one against New Hampshire, but I think the big one is definitely the Collegiate Championship.
Well, Kathryn, we certainly thank you for your time. Wish you the best of luck in the remaining weeks of the season. That was senior member of the women's rowing team, Kathryn Kern. Be sure to check right back here on UMassAthletics.com for the remaining weeks, recaps, and updates all season long on the women's rowing team. I'm Ethan Sobel for UMassAthletics.com.